NPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station.
Danger. It's danger.
Everybody come to the Breakfast Club. I call this the hot seat.
You're alive. Can I live?
You are out of control. I can't even deal with you.
Y'all are so petty. Why are y'all so petty?
The world's most dangerous morning show. DJ Envy.
Captain of this bitch.
Angela Yee.
I stay in everybody's business, but in a good way.
Charlamagne the God.
The ruler rubbing you the wrong way.
The Breakfast Club.
Ain't for everybody.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
Good morning, Angela Yee. Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
I wasn't sure if Envy was on the, was at home, working from home or somewhere else today.
No, he's running a little late because of some flooding in New Jersey and traffic and stuff. But
Damn.
he needs to get here because today is a big day for him because his book, him and his wife, Gia book, Real Life, Real Love, is out today.
Yes, indeed.
Dropping the clues bombs for Envy and Gia.
And Gia will be joining us this morning.
She absolutely will. That's probably another reason why he's late. He's probably nervous. Nervous of how that whole conversation will be received. But if you haven't gotten the book yet, go get it. Real Life, Real Love. Available everywhere you buy books now. They did the Audible version, so if you like listening to the Casey Crew podcast, you can download the Audible version and listen to that. So
all I know is I'm looking at the, I already know he's going to be mad when he comes in here this morning.
Why?
I'm looking at the Shade Room. I see they did an interview there. The first comment that's pinned is Deezus from Deezus and Mero.
No, that means nothing. I mean, that's good. I mean, listen, as long as people are talking, that's what matters. When people are having, I'd rather be talked about than ignored. So people know the book is out today, and Gia will be here this morning, and we'll be discussing it, I'm sure, a lot this morning. What'd you do yesterday, E?
What did I do? Oh, so yesterday, this is my first time doing this. I moved some things into storage. I've never had a storage space before, but I've been working on, I'm supposed to be moving, but it's just a nightmare to get this other house redone and rehab, and my house just feels so cluttered and junky. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a storage space and move some things into storage. So that was my whole day yesterday, was getting some things together, packing it up. I need my house to not feel like a mess.
Are you trying to do some spring cleaning?
I'm just trying to just clean it out. You know how you walk in, I have boxes everywhere because people keep sending things to my house. It's just no place to put everything. So I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Yeah, I guess it is spring cleaning.
It's definitely spring cleaning.
It's like I'm the type of person, I can't go to bed if my house is a mess, or if I come home, it depresses me if things feel out of order. So
you don't want no clutter.
Yeah, so it makes my life feel cluttered.
I'm doing some spring cleaning right now as I smudge myself.
And then I was watching the playoffs last night too while I was doing all of that.
I didn't see no basketball last night.
But it wasn't, it was the 76ers versus the Raptors. That wasn't really a good game.
Who won, the Sixers?
Yes.
I'm sure they won.
By a lot.
All right, well, let's get the show started. Like we said, Gia Casey will be here this morning. Envy's wife, DJ Envy's wife, to discuss their new book, Real Life, Real Love. And what we got in front page news, G?
Does that mean y'all can't flirt today in front of her? Would you
I don't
disrespect
know.
his wife like that and flirt with him?
It's about him. He's the one who flirts with me. I don't do the flirting in
wondering
this
how this
room.
is going to be awkward. You know how you I know what's really going on.
He flirts with me every morning. Let's see how he acts in front of his wife.
All right,
okay?
Well, let's talk about this mask mandate. If you're traveling, imagine being mid-flight and they tell you, take your mask off, you're free. We'll tell you what happened yesterday, as they have said you don't have to wear those masks anymore on planes.
All right, it's the world's most dangerous morning show. What song we starting with? Oh my God, come on. I just came in from the rain. This song sounds like it's raining and the windshield wipers are going too slow.
It's too late.
Hey, morning everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What's happening?
It's the man of the hour.
It's book release day. If you haven't picked it up right now, right now, but you can get the Audible right now. You can definitely listen to it right now. And I'm super duper excited. Last night I was in DC. Shout out to the Jasmine brand.
Yay.
They moderated a panel with Gia and myself, and we signed a bunch of books. I'm just excited. I'm just happy. So hopefully you guys can pick up the book, read the book, and get some good information to help you with your relationship.
Real life, real love.
Real life, real love. All right, but let's get in some front page news. Where we starting?
All right. Well, that CDC mask mandate for travelers is no longer in effect after a federal judge in Florida struck it down on Monday. The Biden administration's mask mandate for airplanes and other public transport methods. They said the order is no longer in effect while the ruling is being reviewed. So they're reviewing things now, and that's very confusing for a lot of people. Just last week, the CDC extended the mask mandate through May 3rd, and that actually applied to airplanes, trains, and other forms of public transportation. But they said it was a disappointing decision, and the Justice Department will make any determinations about a legal response in the immediate wake of this ruling. But people were mid-flight, okay, when they decided that no longer do you have to wear a mask. Here's one pilot actually making the announcement on a Delta flight.
We just got an announcement a few minutes ago. Some of you may have seen the press release today that a judge overturned the mask mandate. My company announces at this moment, if you choose to, you may remove your mask.
I mean, for years we've seen Asians wearing masks at the airport and on planes, but I would like to know what is the science to wearing a mask on a plane, because you're on the plane already. You're in a closed space. All the air is circulating amongst each other. Like, what is the point of wearing the mask on the plane in the first place?
Yeah, I guess, well, because I guess we're in such close quarters. So if somebody next to you on the flight has COVID,
you're probably going to get it regardless, even with a mask on.
No, I don't know. I think it does offer some protection.
I think it might make you feel. I mean, it might make you feel that way, but I would really like to see the science on that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get it either. I mean, people go out to these festivals. I mean, Coachella.
Exactly.
I think outdoors is different,
thousands
though.
of people still next to people. They're on top of each other. It's not like they get 6 feet of space. Not even like you got 1 foot of space. Like, they're on top of each other at these concerts in these venues. So I really don't see the difference.
I didn't think wearing a mask was such a big deal. I believe what scientists are saying. If there's anything that could offer me any extra protection, I'll do it. But one mom said that her unvaccinated babies were on that flight when the pilot announced masks could come off. And she said, I'm with my 2 not yet eligible for vax kids. And the pilot just announced that the mask mandate has just this minute ended. People clapped and took off their masks. Here we are having boarded a plane with our kids, very upset Delta that this was announced mid-flight. It's the mid-flight change that's so upsetting. We don't now have an opportunity to look at the TSA change and make a travel choice that fits with our family's vaccination status and risk comfort level. We're in the air.
Yeah, but you just keep your kid's mask on.
No, they're not vaccinated though, so I guess that.
Yeah,
was
but you
her
still
main
keep
thing.
you still keep the kid's mask on.
And then she also has an 8-month-old, so I don't think you have to have a mask on an 8-month-old.
Yeah,
baby.
you can't put
She
no
has 2
mask
kids.
on an 8-month-old.
But then they also say the risk. They also say the risk of an 8-month-old catching it is very, very low. So what are we talking about here? Like, this is stuff that they've been telling us for
I thought it was that of them getting extremely sick from it and dying.
Yeah, regardless.
I thought
you don't want your
can get
baby or your child to get COVID, but it's one of those things. Is what could you possibly do at this point? I mean,
yeah, at least maybe she wouldn't have taken her unvaccinated kids on that flight.
And by the way, what variant of COVID are we talking about now? Because the way they talk about the people are calling this variant of COVID the I don't give a F variant because it's so weak.
I mean, we've been seeing people still getting it though, and I think I understand her point. We're mid-flight. I made this decision thinking people would be wearing masks. My 2 children are not vaccinated.
Yeah.
One of them is an 8-month-old. We could have at least landed so that way, because people do make decisions that's best for their family based on what it is now. I think
understand,
that's a valid point.
but people are going to complain regardless.
Yeah, you just don't know how it affects your body.
Exactly.
Like, you look at, my parents had COVID last week. They didn't even know. And it went right through their body, no problems. And then you look at somebody like Kay Slay, who died. So, you just don't know how COVID affects your body.
Right, and you want to make a decision that's best based on what the rules are. Imagine mid-flight they change the rules, and you're like, damn.
Yeah, but
it's
just so strange right now because literally, let's be for real, this country is acting like COVID never existed. Like, the mask mandates are gone, restaurants are open, you don't have to show vaccine cards anywhere. Again. Exactly, it's just like people are congregating, you're at concerts, you're at comedy shows, you're everywhere now. It's like, so what are we supposed to do at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I just think I agree with her.
Look, I just did a book signing last night. There was about 150 people outside.
The world is open. At least America's open. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
I mean, I guess it's what's best for you. You know what I mean? What's best for your family. Because I'm going to wear my mask when I'm on planes. That's just my personal choice. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure my kids wear it. That's my personal choice as their parent.
Right.
But you can do what you want, right? All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Again, 800-585-1051. And don't forget, next hour, my wife will be joining us. We're going to be talking about real life, real love. I can't wait for you guys to read the book. she's very curious about our bromance.
Well, first of all,
No, romance is right.
Everybody knows how much you flirt with me, bro.
You flirt with me, bro.
That is a lie. You can keep telling yourself that lie all you want, but you are the flirter in this room. I be minding my business.
No, that's
I
not
act
true.
like a married man.
That's
okay?
not true.
You act like a married man with secrets.
That's not true.
You act like a married man on a BET movie. A Tyler Perry BET movie.
My goodness. Get it off your
You got
chest.
something in your eye?
Where you gonna blow it?
See? You even know. You even know. See, you watch too much. You watch them damn movies.
See? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, Envy, what up? This Chris Greene.
Chris Greene, what up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, yo, Charlamagne, what's up, man? You out here taking my quotes, man. That black men don't cheat. I've been looking for you for a minute, you heard?
Peace, King. That's not your quote.
Yeah, nah, man. Yes, it is, man. It's been a minute, man.
It's not your quote.
Nobody was talking about it until I had put it up there. And then I had caught a clip. It was you and Angie. I was talking. She was like, oh, what's black men don't cheat? And then you gonna go, shh, like trying to keep a secret, bro.
No, first person to ever say black men don't cheat was my man Carlos Miller at a stand-up show. That's
Carlos,
right.
And then you and Lil Duval and then Mad Skills, y'all made a whole song about it and everything.
We sure did.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's good. It's all good. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Today's my birthday anyway, so.
Happy born day, King.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, no doubt. Good looking, Juice.
All right, man. He must have been holding that for a long time. Hello, who's this?
Yes, I'm tired of people asking me if I'm related to Kodak Black.
If you dating Kodak Black?
No, if I'm related to him.
If you're related to him?
Do you look like him?
No, it's not I look like him. We have the same last name.
Oh, Gremlin? Or Black?
No, Octave.
Octave?
His real name.
Ma'am,
And
Kodak's last name is Black, ma'am.
No, his real last name.
Oh, okay. What do you want us to know? Why are you giving us this information this morning?
Because I'm tired of people asking me. He ain't cute and I ain't related to him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Miss Black.
Have a blessed day, ma'am.
All right.
6 o'clock in the morning, that's what's on people's minds. Okay.
That might have been bothering her. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. What's up, man? It's Stevie Steve, comedian from Delaware.
Hey, Steve, get
what's
it off your
happening?
chest.
Not too much, man. How y'all doing?
Blessed, black, and
What's
highly
good?
favored, brother.
Right though. Hey, Envy, congrats on the book too, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it when you get on discount.
Okay. I ain't mad at you.
Say nah. Hey, y'all gotta start letting Envy bully y'all too.
What happened?
Now, when he not there, he still do the Envy mix. When he not there, y'all do Ask C&E. C&E. They do the Donkey of the Day when you not there. But when he not there, y'all get this y'all still do his mix.
Yeah, Envy, hold on.
When am I not here though? When they not here, I'm always here.
Nah, you be missing days too.
When?
You left early.
Yesterday, idiot.
Yeah, yesterday.
What
I
you
came to
talking
work
about?
though. I left early, but I came to work.
And he light skinned too. Don't let him bully y'all.
I'm
All you gonna do is change it.
Well, I don't.
do
We don't
feel-
DJ, so I
do
can
feel
care
bullied.
less.
Nah, let you do it.
You mix.
Yeah, bring it back. Stop letting Envy bully y'all.
You've been
Okay.
listening for a long time. If
Yeah,
you
he
remember the
has.
email.
Stevie,
Huh?
get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Alana.
Hey, Alana, get it off your chest.
Good morning, kings and queens. I just want to get off my chest this morning. First of all, I'll say good morning. How are y'all?
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Blessed, black, and highly favored. That's how we're doing. How are you?
That's what I'm talking about. I am the same way, Charlamagne, this morning. Ain't nothing special going on. It's just it's another day that I woke up and I'm so blessed. And
That's
I
right.
just wanted to share that with y'all. And I also wanted to say thank y'all so much. I know Charlamagne says 2022 is the year for boundaries, but I also want to let y'all know that it's also for transparency. Because you guys have been the most transparent in whether it's Charlamagne's talk show, Indy's book, Angela's lip service, because that get real transparent.
It does.
So I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the support that you all pour into each other. With any of your ventures that you guys have, you always pour into each other. You always support each other. And I just want to encourage everybody, when you do your day-to-day activities, when you're going and trying to accomplish your goals, make sure you have people in your corner that are supporting you. And I think that's very, very important. I wanted to leave y'all with that. Tell y'all one more time, thank y'all for what y'all do. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. That's all I need to get off my chest this morning.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you so much. I
That
think
was
transparency is great. I think a lot of times when people do things and they know the quote unquote secrets and they don't let those things go, I think that's a problem. That's why I think it's always great when, you know, Yee talks about her entrepreneurship or me talking about real estate or my relationship or Charlamagne talks about mental health, because hopefully it could help somebody. There's somebody out there listening that might need that help.
Y'all have no idea. And DJ Envy, I was supposed to be in D.C. last night. Unfortunately, I had a family emergency, so I'm currently on the road.
Oh, man.
I live in Maryland. I was supposed to be there, so I missed it, and I'm so sorry. But I just want to let you know, everything y'all do, I'm ready to support. I'm ready to listen to all of y'all's ideas, all of y'all's topics, all of y'all's opinions. Y'all never tear each other down. Y'all disagree, but you do it in such a professional way that it allows people to grow in their own relationships because they know it's possible. And I really appreciate y'all for that.
All right, well, have a good one, and we appreciate you. And be
Y'all
careful.
too.
I know the roads are disgusting out there.
Peace,
Oh,
Queen.
they're horrible. Thank y'all.
Be safe. Hello, who's this?
This Fresh from Florida.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
I want to say, first of all, congratulations on your book, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Are you planning on coming to any places in Florida? Because I would like to get a signed copy of it.
What part of Florida?
Like down south area, Orlando, Jacksonville.
Well, we will be in Jacksonville. I think we're doing Houston's on the schedule. I know Miami's on the schedule, and I know Jacksonville is on the schedule. So we will be down there.
You know around about when?
I don't know, but, you know, follow me on Instagram. The hard part about it is a lot of Barnes & Nobles are not doing the in-store book signings because of COVID, which is still crazy to me because the airports are taking the masks off, so I guess they're trying to be safe. So finding bookstores that are doing the in-signings is difficult, but we gonna make things happen.
And one more question.
Yes, sir.
I know you travel a lot. Which part of Jamaica do you recommend?
Jamaica, Queens, or what part of Jamaica? The
Man,
island?
shut up, man. You heard that man say you travel. Say you travel a lot.
I mean, I usually go to Kingston. That's why I usually
Jamaica,
do
Queens.
the majority of my parties. My wife is from Kingston. Her parents are from Kingston, so that's where we usually do the majority of the parties.
If you want to go to Jamaica, Queens, you can go to McDowell's. McDowell's is a great
McDowell's
eatery.
doesn't exist,
a great
man.
eatery in Jamaica, Queens.
I'm talking about for like vacation.
Oh, vacation. No, I wouldn't go to Kingston for vacation. Because
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay, yeah. Kingston doesn't have a beach, so I would go to Montego Bay.
All right. Good morning, Charlamagne and Angela Lee.
Peace, King.
All right, but y'all have a good day, man.
You too, black man.
Have a good one. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up. Now we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and Kendrick Lamar has announced a new album. We'll give you the date and whatever little bit of details we have.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
Yes,
Big day for me.
indeed.
My book is out right now.
It's
Drop a bomb
not
for me.
your book. It's you and your wife's book, you bastard.
Me and my wife's book is out right now. You can get it on Audible. If you're out and about later on today, pick it up from Barnes & Nobles. You can order it from Amazon. Wherever you get books, pick it up.
Tell them the name, fool.
I'm about to. Can I get to it, please?
Real Life, Real Love.
Real Life, Real Love.
Gia Casey's book.
Gia Casey and DJ Envy's book about relationships. Everything about relationships. What held us together during this 27 years and what almost took us out. We talk about everything. Charlamagne is in there too as well.
That almost took y'all out?
Yes.
Okay.
See, this has to stop.
No, you the
Your
one
wife is going to be here in about 20 minutes. I want to see if you keep that same energy.
Smell my finger.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Just
Yeah, get
happened.
it all out now because you ain't going to have none of that energy when Gia's sitting in this room.
My wife's going to be joining us next
You ain't going to
hour.
have none of that energy when Gia's sitting in this room. I'm going to threaten to kiss you in front of her and see what you do. I'm going to see what you do there.
My goodness. You go too far. All right, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Kendrick Lamar.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, so finally, a new Kendrick Lamar album. Now, he announced yesterday that his new album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, will be released on May 13th. And he also responded to a Twitter comment. Kendrick Lamar is officially retired. In his response, he provided a link that led to a statement about his upcoming album. It read, the following statement was released today by Oklama through his company PG Lang at 11 p.m. Pacific in Los Angeles, California. All factual information for this release will come directly from this source only. Appreciate your patience.
Drop on the clues bombs for Kendrick Lamar.
I'm excited about this one.
I'm trying to tell you, there's 3 artist albums that I'm really anticipating: Kendrick Lamar, Rhapsody, and Killer Mike. Of course, Pusha T he's coming out this Friday.
Yeah, this Friday.
And I've heard that.
But you got that album.
Yeah,
already.
but that Kendrick, man. How long has it been for Kendrick? 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, I mean, he's put out,
time.
singles and the Black Panther soundtrack and all of that, but for him to have an official album, we've been waiting. His 4th studio album was back in 2017.
He even rarely puts out singles. He put out those, 2 records with Baby Keem? What was that, last year?
Yep.
Then the Black Panther soundtrack was a few years ago. I am definitely looking forward to hearing new Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of it is you don't know what it's going to sound like.
Nope.
People are feeling like it's an alter ego that he has now, so...
Yeah, what's the name?
Oklama.
Oklama, yeah.
You can go to oklama.com.
You just don't know what the album's going to sound like. You don't know if you're going to get Good Kid, Mad City. You don't know if you're going to get The Pimp a Butterfly. You don't know if you're going to get Damn. I assume you're not going to get none of them.
And that's why I'm excited.
All right.
Can't wait to hear it.
All right, well, Basketball Wives, the 10th season is officially coming back. So get ready for that. That's going to premiere May 16th at 8 p.m.
Was it off a couple of seasons?
It's been a little while since
Really?
it's been on. And it's a pandemic. Are people going to be filming? If you guys remember, they cut the last season short.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, so they had cut the last season short.
Yes, I do. That was where Evelyn, when she was smacking herself, was that season?
I don't know if that was on the actual show.
I don't know.
Or was it? Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, she was smacking her. Yeah.
And then there was a lot of issues about colorism. There were all kinds of things going on. They ended up cutting it short. Well, season 10, May 16th, here is a trailer.
So crazy, I'm back on Basketball Wives, season 10.
Basketball Wives is back, and the MVPs are reunited. Oh my God! That'll change the game.
I get a call from my lawyer. He says, you've been indicted.
As you know it.
I don't want to leave DJing.
Okay, so that's it? Okay, so I understand that if you leave, you can't come back.
We gotta keep it motherfucking 100.
Why are you having a conversation about my relationship?
In this Basketball Wives world.
I don't want to be here. You don't want us here.
All that kumbaya goes right out the window.
You woke me up, bitch.
So who's on the cast?
All right, so get ready for it. Jackie, Jennifer, Malaysia, Brandy, Duffy, Angel, British, and Brooke.
Jennifer, your friend Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
She's back?
Yeah. She was on the last season, too.
So Tammy's not there. Evelyn's not there.
No, Tammy's gone. Evelyn's gone.
Is who's running the show? Who's producing it? Is it still Shawnee?
Yes.
Shawnee's there? Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is your rumor reports.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now we got front page news. What we talking about?
Yes, and we're going to be discussing, and I know this is important because people are traveling and going places, but again, we'll give you some information about this mask mandate and what's going on. Do you have to wear a mask anymore, anywhere, on the planes, on the trains? We'll give you that update.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
I teamed up with Zyrtec for this allergy relief message. Springtime brings vibrancy to the air and pollen, so I take Zyrtec when allergy symptoms start. Save the tissues and live vibrantly with Zyrtec. Starts working at hour 1 and stays strong day after day.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. Now, NBA basketball, the 76ers beat the Raptors 112-97. They lead the series 2-0. The Mavericks beat the Jazz last night 110-104. They tied the series 1-1. And the Warriors beat the Nuggets 126-106. Now,
that was my preseason pick to win the finals, too.
Yeah, Steph had 34 last night. He came back. He was busting ass last night. Poole had 29, and Clay had 21.
And I'm sticking with my pick, but boy, them Suns look good.
Yeah.
And don't sleep on the Bucks either.
Warriors look good last night, though. Steph came back. Steph was busting ass last night. What else you got, Easy?
All right, well, there was a deadly mass shooting inside of a packed party, and that was in Pittsburgh. 2 boys were killed and 8 were injured after gunfire rang out inside and outside a party at an Airbnb rental unit. They said hundreds of people were forced to scramble for safety, and 5 were injured while fleeing. Families and friends are in mourning after the deaths of Matthew, Steffi Ross, and Jaden Brown. Police say the 2 17-year-old boys were shot and died at the hospital. Brown's mom said he was about to turn 18 and graduate from Woodland Hills High School next month. Police did respond to the scene of the shooting. It was after 12:30 a.m. on Sunday. They had received some alerts for more than 90 rounds fired. People are trying to still wrap their heads around what happened early Sunday morning, including the owner of the other unit inside the building where the shooting occurred. They said there were bullets that actually riddled both downstairs bedrooms and the unit below where the party was held. So Pittsburgh cops did respond to noise complaints 90 minutes before that shooting happened, by the way. And our condolences go out to the families of Matthew, Steffi Ross, and Jaden Brown.
So sad.
Definitely sending healing energy to those families.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
All right, now for everybody traveling, you no longer have to wear any masks.
That's every airline?
On the flight, yeah. I mean, they just overturned the whole mandate. So right now, on a flight, on a Delta flight, the pilot actually announced mid-flight that people could take their masks off because of that court ruling that people no longer have to wear masks.
So
we just got an announcement a few minutes ago. Some of you may have seen the press release today that a judge overturned the mask mandate. My company announces at this moment, if you choose to, you may remove your mask.
So through the airport, I don't have to come with a mask anymore if I don't want to. That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
All airports.
But that's for now, right? Agencies are reviewing this decision and assessing potential steps. In the meantime, they're saying that the masking order is not in effect at this time, so they're not going to enforce that you have to wear a mask in indoor public transportation settings.
I mean, it just makes logical sense, right? Because no place else seems to be under mask mandates. Folks is going to festivals with no mask. Folks is going to comedy shows, concerts.
Basketball games,
basketball games.
games.
Folks is in restaurants with no mask on, so it doesn't really make sense to have a mask mandate on planes.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand one woman was upset because mid-flight, she said, we're trapped in the sky with our 8-month-old unvaccinated baby because you can't mask a baby that young, and there was no mask. And they said we were under the supposition that everyone who can be masked would be masked, and the flight 325 crew has taken our choices away from us. Very, very angry about this.
Yeah, that was foul. They did it in mid-flight. She didn't have a choice. She was stuck on that plane. That was foul.
I remember when the U.S. Transportation Command said that planes have air ventilation and filtration systems and that they remove COVID particles like every 6 minutes. And they said the only way you could really catch COVID on a flight is if you're sitting right next to somebody who is sick. That's what they used to say.
Right.
So they used to basically say planes were safe. So if you're, like they said, if you
unless you're sitting next to somebody who's sick.
Yeah, but usually on a plane you're sitting next to your family.
No, some people travel alone. Sit next to a stranger.
Well, that family clearly wasn't.
So
that family wasn't.
And sometimes it could be two people in the seat and then a third person on the end who you don't know.
True indeed, but that family that family wasn't traveling without. They were traveling with their family. They were sitting next to each other.
I don't know how many people she had with her. But she had her 2 kids, and the pilot announced that at that time. She probably had that 8-month-old in her lap.
But she's still with her family, is what I'm saying.
But she still was upset. That's
I feel bad for her because she didn't have a choice. She got on that plane thinking everybody's going to wear a mask, and surprised they're not. So I mean, I get why she's upset.
She said she might have made other travel plans. Yeah, arrangements because the baby can't be vaccinated. So if she would have known that would happen, maybe she would have went a different way.
I get it, but I don't know where that plane was going. But was she going to drive to Cali if it was going to Cali? You know what I mean?
Or maybe not go.
If she was going, yeah. But that was her choice.
Who knows?
They took her choice away in that flight.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, be on your best behavior, Charlamagne.
Why are you talking to me? You need to be talking to yourself.
I'm talking to you.
Your wife is coming in here, okay? The author of the new book, Real Life, Real Love, Gia Casey, is coming in here, okay, to talk about what's in that book. I know your butt cheeks tight right now. I can see you sweating. I see your beard dripping down your chin right now. Okay, that Beijing is starting to melt because you so damn nervous.
What am I nervous about?
You already put the book out there. You already got the Audible version. You already spilled your guts.
What am I nervous about?
Okay, we saw you on Shade Room last night talking about you let her do your prostate or something. You said
I didn't talk about nothing about no damn prostate.
What was it?
Man.
What was it they said happened?
I know we talk about. She's saying that she had fake orgasms when we were coming up.
For 10 years.
True.
She would fake her orgasm. We talked about it here on the radio before that she would fake her orgasm.
So she hasn't had an orgasm in 10 years.
That was before. That was before, sir.
I didn't ask you that. What was the time frame?
That was before.
She hasn't had an orgasm in 10 years. I'm just trying to put her time with my time. I haven't had one in 12 from you. So what's the problem?
We were 17. That was 27. Now we're way older than that. So that was a long time ago.
Oh, I thought you meant the past decade.
No, it wasn't the past decade. This was when we first started.
Oh, no.
You ass.
Things get misconstrued.
No.
I thought Shade Room said the past decade.
No, we've been together 27 years. This is when we were first together. And we were talking about it.
Oh, that makes sense. Y'all was young. Y'all didn't know y'all bodies. You better this guy, man. Yo, what's up with this guy?
All right, when we come back, my wife...
You better keep that same energy when your wife come in here, too, damn it.
Will be joining us, man. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Never met her before.
She's an actress. She's an author. She's a mom. Ladies and gentlemen,
she's
Gia.
a wife.
And my wife. Yes, Gia.
Hello.
Welcome.
Gia what? That's just one name? She's like Madonna, Beyonce,
like
just one name?
Beyonce,
Okay. How nervous are you, sir? Seriously.
I know he's been acting real weird all morning.
I'm fine.
Well, you know what?
Nervous, though?
No.
You guys have a book out, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. And I've been dying to ask you this question, Gia, in person, in this room. How do you feel about Charlamagne and Envy flirting with each other every day?
It kind of turns me on.
What? We didn't expect that answer.
Now I'm nervous. What the hell?
I have that effect on people.
Okay.
Explain.
No, I mean, I think it's a little strange, but I'm amused by it.
It's just brotherly love.
Yes,
That's all.
I'm amused by it.
Does anything go too far ever? Or?
No, it's all in good fun and entertainment.
That's all it is.
I don't mind it.
So you didn't mind it when he gave me the ass?
First of all, context, please.
Or
context. Everybody doesn't watch the show every day. Context, please. Okay.
Wait, can you guys soundbite that?
When he gave me a mold of his ass.
That's right. And it wasn't my ass. It was a mold of a ass. Yes.
I thought it was a mold of your actual.
No, my shit ain't that fat. No.
And then what about when they touch each other and stuff?
That's never happened.
No, we don't touch each other. Stop it. You just making
I've
stuff
never
up.
seen them touch
That
each other.
hasn't happened.
No.
You want to tell me something I need to know?
Well, no, they like rub up, brush against each other if they're walking out the door.
That's not
Sometimes
true.
they go
We
in
threaten to rub up against each other. We don't ever do it.
They go in the revolving door together.
That happened one time by accident.
Explain that. Now I need answers.
It was stupid. I don't even know how that happened. It was really stupid. It was really dumb.
That had to be very intentional.
No, it wasn't. I don't even know how it happened.
One is in, then one makes his way in.
The revolving door together, walking around. It was so stupid and dumb.
You don't just fall.
And all we did was giggle because it was so stupid. We just had to giggle our way through
But
it.
you guys, you just added insult to injury. You're sitting there in the one slot giggling together.
Just giggling,
They shuffle right through together.
Oh, man.
All right, well, whatever.
Anyway,
guys.
back to the matter at hand.
I don't lie.
Real life, real love. What is that magic that holds y'all together, you think? How would you describe
You
it?
know, whenever I find that people come to our house or are around us, I think they're kind of surprised at how much fun we have together. I find him to be very charming and charismatic. And one of the things that I love most about him is his boyish nature. So we really have a lot of fun together, and we always have since we first met. The first week we spent together, I thought to myself, wow, he's a lot of fun. Like he's like a friend, you know, and that's part of the magic.
You knew that this was the person you were going to spend the rest of your life with.
After about 2 weeks of knowing him, yes.
But he knew before y'all even spent a day together.
I did.
Explain. Before we even spent a day together?
Well, when I first seen you, I wrote in the book that I thought you were beautiful and amazing. And the first time I saw you, you were actually running track. And for people that don't know, you know, track, she used
Explain
to
track.
That was a good one. I like that.
It was a skimpy outfit, and you know, Gia had big double D's, and I would basically stalk her outside and just watch her run track and watch her breast bobble.
I don't like that word. Don't say stalk. He wasn't stalking her.
Yeah, but that's actually what he was doing.
Young man.
It was actually stalking, and I would see him. Sitting with his friends in this bright blue Con Edison van. Because that's what his parents bought him to transfer his DJ equipment from Sweet 16 to Sweet 16. Because that's what he was DJing at the time.
I just had a Con Edison van.
And I would see it parked behind the fence. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, why is this van there every day at track practice?
Is the power out every
van? Yo, that is crazy.
Yes. It was bright blue. He wasn't low. He was not low.
And he was just sitting in the van doing
And then one day he emerged. I actually, babe, do you remember one day like he emerged from the van and approached me and kicked it, and I was like, oh, so you're that weirdo.
That's in the van.
But y'all were both kids.
Yes.
She was 15, I was 16. We went to the same high school. So,
So Envy, you say that you knew that she was going to be your wife like right away. You think it was before y'all even spoke?
No,
when you
we
were
spoke,
just stalking her?
When
or?
when we actually spoke, and you know, I found out how beautiful she was inside and outside, and how smart she was and caring, and she was just that. She was the one. She was the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life, and the most precious thing. So I was like, this is gonna be my wife.
I want people to get the book, but I do want to explain, how do you keep reinventing the relationship when you start that young? Now Envy's 50 something, you know what I mean? You're much, much younger, but how do you
not
keep
50
how do you
nothing,
reinvent how do you keep reinventing? And
I think that's part of the magic. We don't have to try. We don't intentionally, we do a lot of things intentionally and deliberately, but we don't intentionally reimagine the relationship and act on that. The only thing that I would say that we're good about is keeping it sexy and making sure that part of our relationship doesn't get too monotonous and doesn't get stale. So we have a lot of fun in that space, but we don't have to think like, God, how am I gonna stop being bored of you? Or how am I gonna get to a point where you don't annoy me anymore? He legitimately does not annoy me. I look forward to his phone calls every day. And we probably speak on the phone about maybe 8 or 9, 10 times a day because he's away a lot, so he calls me on his way to the Breakfast Club. He calls me on his way home from the Breakfast Club. He calls me if something happens. He calls me incessantly. And I'm never like, oh, you again. I'm like, oh, him again. It's just that feeling that I've always had, that no matter what ups or downs we were going through, that never left me.
Now, he told us a story about the cowboy outfit that he wears.
He told you about that?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
the cowboy outfit in college?
With the assless chaps that...
No assless chaps.
They were.
Yeah, you told us about
Hold
that.
Wait, Rashawn, did you actually tell them about that? Like
What
on
did I
air
tell
or in
ya?
private?
I forgot I told y'all about that.
He did.
Because if it was in private, this is a whole double cross.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
told us he dressed up as a cowboy and he had the...
Why are you looking at me like that?
I remember that day.
Okay.
I remember that day because after he told the story, he goes.
He did.
And I was like, what?
He did.
When we were in college, we went through a stage where we were doing like a lot of
Role playing.
Yeah. And one night I dared him to be a cowboy. So we went and got the cowboy outfit. Wow. He had like the big brown hat, and then he had like the little holsters and everything. And babe, do you remember I took pictures?
Where are those? Are they in the book?
He, about maybe 3 years after, he made me physically burn them on the grill.
Wow.
He put them on the grill and told me I had to light it. Yeah, they don't exist
Don't you
anymore.
wish you still had that?
No.
But y'all talk about role play in the book. You say he likes to put on the Rock Nation paper plane hat. And he goes, what's my name? And he wants you to say Jigga?
I didn't contribute to that chapter.
Okay.
No, that wasn't my work. No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
So wait, so he wasn't lying. They were assless chaps.
Yeah, he had it was a whole thing.
I just pulled a U on you, Gia. He did not tell us that.
Damn it, Tahel. Get my book and you will learn a slew of tactics,
Women
tricks,
are
and
so good
techniques
at that. We act
on
like
how
we
to
know
get what you
something.
want out of life. Okay.
It was a holster, by the way. They were holsters.
Yeah, it was a holster.
What were some other dress up things you guys did?
Right.
It was more so me dressing up, and he was just like the recipient of that. That was a one little, and that's why it was a dare, because it was kind of supposed to be a joke, but he never really dressed up.
Did
One
you
time
really
I was a
burn the
nurse and
pictures?
he was a doctor. That
Okay.
was once. Huh?
Did you really burn the pictures?
I really did.
Really?
In front of him. Mhm.
Wow.
You didn't have
I'd
copies.
have kept those just
Put
in
it,
case.
I would have.
Put those in the
I
safe.
have the negatives. See, I
Okay,
wasn't going to share
okay.
that. But in
Okay,
case anything
okay.
ever goes left in our relationship,
is no
I have that. I will ruin his entire reputation. Or
Am I
I'll never be able to work again.
Am I crossing him over to a new audience?
Goodness gracious. All right, we got more with my wife, Gia Casey. When we come back, we're talking our new book that's out right now, Real Life, Real Love. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest still in the building, my wife, Gia Casey. We're talking about our new book, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. You could pick it up today, or you can get it on Audible, on Kindle, or wherever you get your books. Yee.
How was it for both of you writing this book together?
Some of it was fun. It was nice to be creative and get your thoughts down on paper. It was work, but a lot of it was difficult. I'm a very open person. Rashawn, I think, had a difficult time because he had to relive a lot of the negative things that transpired in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he can tend to be surface in some respects, where you ask him a question, he gives you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot more of an in-depth person. I think critically about things. And when we would go over these chapters that he's assigned to write, I would ask him questions like, okay, you can't just answer it with a yes or a no or a simple blanket. Like, one question would mean 10 more questions to really get to the meat. And, I had to keep reiterating, we're writing this book so that people have something tangible, a reference point for them to make changes in their lives if necessary, or to recognize that the person that you're with needs to make changes in their lives. And it was a journey. It was a journey, but I think it was difficult.
Yeah, no, for me it was difficult. I had to relive a lot of the F-boy-ish I put you through. And you forget about a lot of it because you don't have to relive it. But then when you start
you forget about a lot of it.
You ain't forget.
I ain't forget nothing.
Well, I think as men, that's the point though, right? Because it's like, we don't realize how much we do hurt our women when we do
Is
those
that
things.
true though?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we realize how deep that
Sounds
pain
like an
goes.
okie doke to me.
No, I don't think until you actually sit down and have those, uncomfortable conversations, you don't realize how much you infected
If
your
your
woman.
wife cheated on you and told you that she would have no idea how much that it stood to hurt you, would that make sense to you?
Probably not, but I mean, men don't make sense.
You believe that? You believe that you're born inherently with like a deficit.
Not a deficit, but I just don't think
common sense.
I don't think we're thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like that's the sad part.
It's selfish.
And that's what keeps you from doing it in the future. You know what I mean? Because you do not want to hurt the woman that you love. And it's so crazy because I saw that with my pops. Like I saw the pain that caused my mom with his infidelity. So in my mind, I was like, damn, I'm about to make the same mistake. So I think it is difficult when you got to relive it because you don't want to talk about it because you don't want to trigger you.
Some people feel...
I don't get triggered though.
Damn.
What?
No, that scared me just now. I was about to call security.
No, once I got to a point, and it was a process. Once I got to a point where I accepted that it was my job to move on because I decided to forgive him, and because he had done all of the work and then some to regain my trust, to earn grace from me. I got to a point where I no longer wanted to punish, and I didn't have that inherent need to see him suffer. Because when you hurt, and you say it all the time, hurt people. When you're hurt, you want not just people, you want the person that hurt you to hurt. And anytime that I felt any type of way, I made sure that he felt some type of way. So once I learned how to forgive, and that was a process because I wasn't necessarily a forgiving person before, everything was very black and white to me, not very much gray. But once I learned and I understood that that's what was expected from me of God, I had to commit to that and do my best to live up to what forgiveness meant. And that's what set me free. Because when you forgive, you don't forgive to ease the burden from the other person. You forgive to ease the burden from you.
That's real.
What was the work you guys did together? Like, you had to work on forgiveness. And when you said, okay, I'm going to, have to move on from this. But what was the work that he did that let you know, okay, he's serious and, I can finally just say, I'm not getting triggered anymore. I'm going to let this go.
One of the first things was I realized that he understood the impact of what had happened, what he did. He understood it. He didn't just accept it and was accountable for it, but he actually understood. He would do things that a lot of men wouldn't do. He would sit there through those 8-hour conversations locked in a room. He answered every question that I had. And I had a lot of questions. And he answered them all truthfully. And, when you ask somebody a question, and you can tell by their answer because, the answers weren't pretty. Right. They weren't things that I would have wanted to hear. He went through all of the sufferation, as I call it, and he did it until. Because a lot of guys, when they mess up, and a lot of them have told me, I have friends and that have gone through it, it's like, listen, I did it, I apologize, I said I was never gonna do it again, I mean that ish.
Right.
But it's like every day I'm being punished, I'm being reminded. It's like, let it go, I apologize. Like, what more do you want from me? Blood? he never took that approach with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was the until you are good, until you are healed. If I have to be a punching bag, I will be that. If I have to be a doormat, I will be that. I will do anything that it makes to survive this because I cannot be without you. And he proved it every single day. It was as though, and he was like this before, but it was even more so during this time. It was as though he communicated to me that the only thing that he wanted was to make me happy. And that's pretty much how he lives his life. He lives his life every day, waking up thinking like, damn, how can I make Gia's life easier today?
Mm-hmm.
How can I make Gia happier today? But to answer your question, it was the until, it was the indefinite, and it was the willingness to do any and everything to earn what he lost back.
And was there ever a question in your mind? I know there was a point when you thought, no matter what I do, she's never gonna take me back. Was there ever a time when you were like,
you cry, I'm gonna come over there and hug you. I'm just letting you know. You better hold them tears. I'm gonna hug the shit out of you from the back if you cry in front of your wife.
And then flex your pelvis.
But yes, to answer your question, yes.
Catch that little feel.
At that point, I just, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was like, I have to be honest to at least get my friend back, and at that point, I didn't know what Gia was going to do. I thought it was a wrap, but I was like, I still wanted my friend. I still wanted somebody I can talk to. I still wanted a relationship with her that we can bounce things. Like this, she's all I knew since I was 16. So I still wanted my friend back.
And she's Jamaican. That could have been forever beef.
That could have been forever.
But it's interesting that you didn't kick him out of the house. You were still polite to him. You still wanted to maintain a co-parenting friendship. I feel like that hurts more when you're like, we're not having sex and I might end up with somebody else one day, but we're cool. That hurts more, I think, sometimes than just completely like being nasty to somebody and cutting them off.
Yes. Well, when I found out divorce was imminent, it was never a question. I was raised by a very strong mother who taught me that if a man ever disrespects you to that degree, then you walk. So it didn't matter how much I loved Rashawn and how much I would have missed him. And it didn't matter if I cried every night. It did not matter one iota how I felt. The only thing that was important to me was that I operated with my head and not my heart, and that I did what I always said that I was going to do. So when I found out, when it was confirmed for me, and you can read the book and see the entire...
No, we want you to go get the book.
The entire story, but when he confirmed it, we were in a parking lot. And when I drove away from that parking lot, it was a few days before Christmas, and his mother was at the house helping me decorate because we were hosting that year. But I walked into the house and I told her, I said, Christmas is canceled. And she said, what do you mean Christmas is canceled? And I said, well, I just found out that Rashawn cheated on me and we're getting a divorce. So there's not going to be any Christmas this year. At least I'm not hosting.
Yo, it's wild that people actually cancel Christmas. I thought that was just a figure of speech.
No.
If this happened, we canceling Christmas.
I canceled Christmas.
We canceled Christmas.
Yes.
Cancel Christmas.
Well, in the sense of us hosting, I wasn't going to cancel it for our children, but we didn't have to decorate for 30 people to come over. And my lovely mother-in-law, hi mama, she defended her beautiful son with everything that she could because...
Them bitches lying.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And when she said something to that effect, I said, but for the fact that he just told me that it was true. And he came home maybe 20 or 30 minutes later, and it was a whole thing, right? But I was adamant that we were getting a divorce. I contacted an attorney, paid an attorney. It was decided. But thankfully, there were a whole host of things that happened that that convinced me that God had other plans.
All right, well, don't move. We got more with Gia Casey. We're talking our new book, Real Life, Real Love. Let's get into a Mary J. Blige joint. Here's Real Love. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It was Mary J. Blige with Real Love. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking in with Gia Casey. We're here talking about our new book, Real Life, Real Love. Charlamagne?
What did God say to you?
You know, I wasn't raised with this deeply instilled faith where I felt as though I knew God. And I lived differently because I didn't know God in that way. So when God revealed himself to me And he may have tried for years, you see, but I didn't speak his language. I would have never been able to interpret God trying to reach out to me. So I really believe that this happened so that me particularly, not even Rashawn, so that I could be humbled. When God spoke, he spoke through other people. And when I found out what happened, it's funny, we were being approached for reality shows at the time. And when he took someone's terrible advice to apologize to me on the radio. And make our personal woes private. Our personal woes public.
I didn't know though. I didn't know what he was going through. He'd be in here laying on the floor.
Because you guys would.
I didn't know what he'd be like out of it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? I didn't know what it was. So as I'm prodding him, like, what the hell is going on? I didn't know that was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So when he apologized, you didn't know what he was apologizing for?
He would literally come in here and be like laid out on the floor in the fetal position the whole show. Like, he would not be here with us. He wouldn't be present. And I just knew something was wrong.
Apologize. I was like,
so I'm like, I was like, when he gets on the air, I'm going to ask him on the air, what the f*** is his problem? Because I was tired of asking him behind the scenes. And so I asked him on the air. I didn't know that was coming, though.
It was a terrible idea. But maybe it was the same dose of common sense that you guys are talking about.
Right.
Men
Guys think
seem to be born with.
Men think differently. Like, that's a grand gesture or something.
Yes. But when it was made public, my one of my best friends, his name is Rashid. He's the husband of my other best friend. Her name is Sasha. He called to see if what he had heard was true, because he thought that maybe it was just something being drummed up because we're supposed to be on a reality show or something like that. And when he called, I said, no, everything that you heard is absolutely true. It's a terrible story. As you said, Rashawn was circling the drain at that time. And Rashid decided to come to New York from California because he lives in LA. But we had a horrible event happen at our home, and you can read about it in the book. But
mind you, Rashid didn't like me. Rashid, he always thought our relationship was toxic, which
you were too controlling.
He thought I was too controlling, which I was at times. But so he didn't like me. So the fact that he flew in to try to save this relationship meant a lot, because he already didn't like me.
I thought you said Tyrese saved the relationship.
That too. Well, that's coming. That was the sign.
We're telling too much. But
well, what happened was he flew in. And I didn't want him there because our marriage was ending, and I just wanted to be by myself. But he insisted. He said, I'm flying into Newark International Airport at such and such a time. Come get me. I went and I got him, and that was the start of the biggest change that we needed to go through. He came to our house, and I said, "Why are you here?" And he said, "God sent me here." I said, "Of all people, You're the only person in our lives that didn't champion our marriage. You're the only one that ever told me that maybe he's not the right person for me. Why you?" He said, "Gia, I don't know. I've been praying since I got off the phone with you after that terrible thing happened. And I walked into my boss's office, told him I had to take a leave of absence, went home, packed a bag, and got on a plane and headed here. And it's only through the assignment of God. God spoke to me." I said, "So what does that mean? Like, are you hearing voices? Like, what do you mean God spoke to you?" And he said to me, when God speaks to you, it's as though he puts an overwhelming feeling on your heart. And when he tells you to do something, you don't ask any questions. You just do it. And I said, okay, well, basically I'm going to have to wrap my mind around that, because I didn't have the tools to really understand that. And he stayed with us for about maybe 10, 12 days. And he taught us a lot about God and faith and spirituality and what his assignment was. And he brought in his pastor. Her name was Sister Nancy. She had the same feedback from God when she prayed. And this was all new to me. And I was actually very angry, because now I have people in my life that I respect and love that are telling me that I have to stay in a relationship that I'm adamant on getting out of. And it was very, very heavy. I can't describe to you how heavy it was and how insistent he was in his assurance of what God communicated to him.
And to fast forward, Tyrese, same thing. I didn't know, we knew Tyrese coming up here doing interviews, but I didn't know Tyrese. I didn't have his number. He didn't have a new song. But when he heard me on the radio that day, he called and wanted to speak to Gia. And you can read it in the book because he got us together. But he said the exact same thing, like Tyrese and Rashid was speaking to each other. And it was kind of like those two were the ones to really save my marriage.
And they didn't know each other. And Gia, you had asked for a sign.
Well, that was the thing.
Right.
Because I was so angered by what I was hearing. Like, oh, I was a victim being cheated on. Now I'm being victimized again by God, telling me that I have to stay in a relationship, that I'm adamant about leaving. I don't understand this. And I'm not a big crier, but one day I was taking a shower and I began to cry, and I began to pray in the way that I was learning how to pray. And I asked God for a sign that I can interpret for myself, so at least it would feel as though I was making my own decision and a decision wasn't being made for me. So I damn near begged for a sign. And then shortly after, Tyrese called Rashawn and asked for him to set something up. And we went to Philippe Chow's. He came in with a backup singer and a guitarist. He performed Stay just for Rashawn and I. Then he sat down for about 4 hours and we had a conversation. And he tried to explain to me how a man can love you and still cheat at the same time, because I didn't really understand that. But at the end of the conversation, I asked him, I said, why are you here? You don't even know if I'm a good person. You don't know if this relationship is even worth salvaging. Why would you do that? You didn't know, Rashawn. You have no dog in this fight. You have nothing to gain or lose. You're supposed to be at a wedding somewhere else. You changed your flights to be here. Why? He said, God sent me here to do this.
Damn.
I said, what do you mean God sent you here to do this? He said, God sent me. I said, are you hearing voices? He said, no. And then he reiterated verbatim exactly what Rashid said to me in my kitchen that day. And I had to ask Tyrese, I said, is that like in the Bible? Is that what you just said? Is that like a thing that people know? And he said, no. I'm just telling you how I feel. Like, what do you mean? And at that moment, I just like threw my hands up and I said, okay. And I looked at Rashawn and I said, I forgive you. I don't know what that means. I will work on this with you. I don't know how long that will take. I will do what I'm now believing is required of me, but we're going to be in for a ride because I'm not really there, but I can commit to you in this moment because there is not that much coincidence in the world for what just happened.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Gia. I'm sorry to my wife too. I just feel like apologizing. This is just a triggering conversation. I just feel like apologizing. I'm sorry to all women who've been cheated.
All right, we got more with my wife, Gia Casey. When we come back, we're talking our new book that's out right now, Real Life, Real Love. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest still in the building, my wife, Gia Casey. We're talking about our new book, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. You could pick it up today, or you can get it on Audible, on Kindle, or wherever you get your books. Yee.
Envy, let me ask you, because, you know, for women, we always are like, and like you said, Tyrese was having a conversation how a man can't cheat on you but still love you.
Yeah.
But why? Like, you know, that's something that for women, we always want to know. And I'm sure you had so many conversations.
Well,
I still don't like his answer.
I don't necessarily agree with what Tyrese said. I really feel that until you know the definition of what love really means, I think a lot of times people just say, I love you, and I love you. But until you understand the definition of what love means, then you realize if I love somebody, like I say, you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to cheat on them. You don't want to disrespect them. You don't want to have them looking crazy because you love that person. And I don't think I knew the definition of love. But when I figured that definition out of what love is and what Gia meant to me, you know, you realize I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to see her cry. I don't want to see her feel away. I don't want to disrespect her. I don't want to be controlling. I don't want to be any of those things. And when you realize what that definition is, your outlook of life changes.
I agree with Envy, and I'll add on, because I've explored this in therapy. When you say you can cheat and still love a person, you might, but you don't really love yourself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, not a lot of time, all the time, men cheat for ego.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's it. It's wounded ego. It's something that we're lacking. It has nothing to do with our wives, nothing to do with our girlfriends. It's something that we feel like we're lacking for whatever reason. And that's what we go and do. It's literally just to feed our ego. Nothing more, nothing less.
You think women cheat for the same reason as men, or you think it's different? Like when women cheat, you think they cheat for different reasons?
I think women also cheat for ego. Who doesn't like to have the attention of the opposite sex? You know, especially when you are at a deficit and you do have holes and you need those holes filled. And most people have slight holes. Not that you're out there thirsty for the attention of the opposite sex, but even if it's of the same sex, when someone pays you a compliment, like, it's nice to be wanted is essentially what I'm saying. So for women, yeah, I mean, I think that if you're with someone and you cheat, I think a big part of it is ego. But then, you'll have people that say that they cheat because the person at home isn't doing what they're supposed to do, and we have a son, Logan, he's 18. So he's starting to date seriously and whatnot now. And I had a conversation with him the other day. And I said, listen, if you commit to a girl and you make her your girlfriend, one thing I do not want you to do is cheat. Do not come to me and tell me that you guys broke up because you cheated on her, because I've raised you better than that. If you decide that you want something else or she's not satisfying whatever needs you have, break up with her and move on to the next. And if within a week you feel the same way about that girl, break up with her and move on to the next. Do not cheat, because you're sacrificing your own integrity when you do that. And that's pretty much a sign of really not loving yourself. When you love yourself, you want to be self-actualized. You want to be your best self.
That's right.
You want to reach your highest potential. You want to be a good person, and you owe that to yourself. You don't necessarily owe it to the other person. You owe it to yourself to do those things. And that's what I'm trying to instill in him as my oldest male child,
One of the biggest things I think that came out of this was all the work that he did do on himself. And he was suicidal at a point. That's we know that, right?
Yes.
I don't think that was all because of what was going on with you. I think it was, like I said, it was other things that he was dealing with inside of him that probably got him to that point.
Guess we would have to ask him, because we've never had a conversation of it being about anything besides the threat of losing our relationship.
I would say this. I would say, I used to look at people who committed suicide as soft and sucker. Like, that's what society made you think. Until I got into that predicament where I felt like my life, everybody's life around me would be better if I wasn't here. And I couldn't shake it. And majority of it was losing my wife, losing my family, losing the thing that I knew and that I loved. And I really feel like I didn't want to be there. And I guess it was everything else that we said, like the insecurities that made me do it, the insecurities around me. And I just didn't know who I was as a person.
Ooh, that's powerful. That's the biggest part.
But I will say, during all of that, in all those conversations and all those late night talks and with praying, you feel like you realize who you are as a person. And once you figure that out, you figure out who you want to be, who you want to live like, and you don't care about anything else. At one time I used to care what people thought. Now I don't care. As long as my wife and my family's happy, everything else is just white noise behind it.
Just think about how much stronger you guys are as individuals, and your marriage is so much stronger after everything you've been through.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And he said something powerful too, because this business will have you living a lie, because we're characters, right? So we create these characters that kind of protect the Rashawn and protect the Leonard, and we go home and we one way, but then we out in the street being another way. But you can't do both. Eventually, that negative is going to catch up.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he was going through, like, not only just the threat of losing you, but just like, who am I?
Was that hard for you? Having this dual personality almost?
Yeah, absolutely, because I mean, nothing's better now than to not care what people think. I would have to think
freedom.
Freedom. I would have to think about what I was saying on the radio and how it would affect me, how people would look at me. I would have to think about this or think about that instead of just being free and say, hey, it is what it is. Take it how you like it. If you like me, you like me. If you love me, you love me. If you hate me, you hate me. And once I got to that place, life became a whole lot better.
See, a lot of gems in this book, you guys. I was thoroughly entertained, and like I said,
you look stressed.
He does.
Good.
I feel like he's been nervous all morning before you got here.
It's a triggering conversation.
The book is out today.
Go get it, man.
Make sure you pick it up. Real life, real love. Get it today.
Life lessons on joy, pain, and the magic that holds us together.
That's right. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you buy books, your local bookstores, please pick it up today. And when you do read it, please, what we want you to do is we want you to tell us what you think about the book. Whether it's a 30-second video, tag it and we want to repost it. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, we're going to repost all of them because we love to get you guys' feedback.
Yeah, and I think that y'all going to help a lot of couples. And it's clear that y'all two are meant to be with each other. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite chapters is called The New Deal. And it's pretty much about reparations that the offender has to make after offending their partner. And it's those things that will help to signal to your partner that you just may be worthy of forgiveness and being extended grace.
So what are those reparations? The first thing people are going to say is, oh, that's why he does the 12 days of Christmas.
You know, that's right. A lot of people do say that.
We did that before.
But you know what's funny? And that's the funny thing. We've always done 12 days of Christmas. We just never made it public. And it's not the type of thing that at first I ever wanted to make public because it is grand. But I decided to start posting it because it's not about the material items that he gives me for Christmas. It's about the intention behind it. It's about the thought. You know, he starts shopping almost a year in advance for that. And every gift comes with something special. A little note, a little treasure hunt to find the gift, a prayer, a poem, something that is giving of his heart, not giving of his pocket.
And that's why when you read the book and you hear y'all talk, that's why you understand why he got so upset at Jesus and Mero.
Yes.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all relationship is so much deeper than that.
Of course, you know, because with their comment, it almost to me suggests as though there's nothing else worthy about him.
That's right.
That would signal me to stay, aside from what he has to offer financially. And it's a joke, right? But we all know that all jokes are rooted in some truth. And that's what I think their truth was, looking at it from an outsider. I wasn't some Jackie come lately and met somebody with money and was like, ooh, come up. We ground it out from day one. I was always there and supporting him and loving him. And if he failed and wound up being a secretary or anything, followed another path, I would still be there.
Yeah, I think he'd been a proctologist.
A proctologist?
He does it on the side.
Did that take? It took a beat to get that.
I can't believe he's flirting with me with my wife.
What are you talking about? I'm just suggesting other career options that you could have taken. That's all.
I can't believe he's flirting with me with my wife here. It's like, you're disrespectful.
Real life, real love.
Thank you for having me, guys.
That's right. Pick it up today, and it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
No, you got to tell this guest I love you before you sign off.
Yes.
Dear Casey, thank you for joining us. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you way more than Charlamagne. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Charlamagne, say the game. Don't get other Charlamagne.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the hee-haw.
Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, April 19th goes to the Pittsburgh Maulers of the USFL. I am sure many of you never even heard of the USFL, but that is the United States Football League. 8 teams, 2 divisions, North and South. Each team will play a 10-game schedule, and they had their first game last night between the Tampa Bay Bandits and Pittsburgh Maulers, and the Tampa Bay Bandits won. But that's not why we are here today. We are here because I need the USFL to know that you will never be the NFL if y'all don't toughen up. I'm not talking about in terms of the play. I'm talking about the coaches, organizations, and leagues, and league as a whole. Okay, see, in the NFL, we have seen the players do actual criminal things and keep their jobs. Okay, no need to go down the long list of things we've seen NFL players do and not get cut from teams. No need to go down the long list of things we have seen NFL players do and stay in the league. Well, there's some heinous offenses, to say the least. Well, the USFL has a documentary series chronicling the lead up to the league's return. It's titled United by Football, a season in the USFL. And there's a clip from the documentary that shows Davion Smith being cut from the Pittsburgh Maulers, okay? What you are about to hear is not a sketch from Key and Peele. This is not Chappelle's Show or an episode of the Boondocks. These are actual events, okay? Any similarities, the persons living or dead, are actual events, is absolutely accurate. Okay, let's go to the USFL documentary to see why Davion Smith was cut from the Pittsburgh Maulers.
Any disrespect of football or members, staff, USFL, hotel, etc. would not be tolerated.
And it's been brought to my attention that has occurred with you. So unfortunately, hear me out, unfortunately, cost of doing business, I'm going to have to let you go.
I can tell you what happened exactly.
It's not important. It's already happened.
I didn't say anything disrespectful. He said, is that going to be a problem? I said, yes. Me saying yes, I don't eat chicken salad. And I was like, is there another option? Walked in with pizza, and I was like, can I get a slice of pizza? He said, no. I was like, He said, is that gonna be a problem? I said, yes. That's all I said. I didn't say no cuss word, nothing. That's all I said. I promise you, no disrespectful on my dad's life. I promise you I didn't say nothing disrespectful besides yes.
And I appreciate you sharing that, but the matters, it's done. Someone's feelings, hurt feelings, are a distant second to the greater good of the team. And we've moved on and turned that page, and I'm happy we did it.
Davion Smith got cut because he wanted pizza over chicken salad. That is considered crossing the line in the USFL. That is considered disrespect to staff in the USFL, at least on the Pittsburgh Maulers. Y'all are never going to be the NFL at this rate. This makes me not even want to watch. Okay, you got this grown man explaining why he wanted pizza over chicken salad. Chicken salad is cool. Is it? I don't even know if it's cool, but I think majority of people would choose pizza over chicken salad. Now, I know Maulers coach Kirby Wilson would say he fired Davion over the disrespect and not the food request, but what was disrespectful about what he said? They asked the man if he ate chicken salad, and he answered like the most of us in this country would, no. And he asked if there was something else he could eat. When a staff member came in with pizza, Davion claims he just asked if he could have a slice. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Where is the disrespect? I think it's more disrespectful that a staff member couldn't share a slice of pizza with a player. Let me hear that little part again, just so I know I'm not tripping. Let me hear it.
I didn't say anything disrespectful. He said, is that gonna be a problem? I said, yes. Me saying yes, I don't eat chicken salad. And I was like, is there another option? Walked in with pizza, and I was like, can I get a slice of pizza? He said, no. I was like, he said, is that gonna be a problem? I said, yes. That's all I said. I didn't say no cuss word, nothing.
No disrespect to you chicken lovers, you chicken salad lovers, but who eats chicken salad? I am 43 years old and cannot think of one time I have ever ordered a chicken salad anything. I'll put grilled chicken on top of my salad, but chicken salad with the mayonnaise, hard-boiled eggs, celery, onion, pepper, pickles, and a variety of mustards, that wasn't something that was happening in the slums I'm from. Y'all eat chicken salad?
We actually have an amazing chicken salad toast at Coffee Uplifts People, my coffee shop.
Yeah, you
It's
seem like the
delicious.
chicken salad type. You eat chicken salad?
When I heard chicken salad, I thought it was salad with grilled chicken on it.
No, it's the chicken salad. Like,
No.
You eat chicken salad, Red? Nick, you eat chicken salad?
It sells very well.
Whenever I see chicken salad, I think to myself, that's trans tuna, okay? Which I will never understand because chicken is chicken. Every meat wants to be like chicken. Whenever you eating something that's not beef, turkey, or goat, what do we say it tastes like? Chicken, okay? Every meat wants to be like chicken, including tuna. What does tuna call itself? The chicken of the sea. So why in the hell would chicken ever try to be like or look like tuna? And that's exactly what chicken salad is. Trans tuna, okay? Davion Smith is absolutely right in regards to not eating chicken salad, and the Pittsburgh Maulers and Coach Kirby Moore should be ashamed of themselves, okay? Highly embarrassed that they cut that man because he chose pizza and y'all chose violence in the form of feeding people chicken salad. Please give the Pittsburgh Maulers and Coach Kirby Moore of the USFL the biggest hee-haw. Chicken salad. Can somebody put that poll up on Breakfast Club page? I don't know if chicken salad a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe where you from?
Nah,
I mean, I didn't grow up eating that, but people really enjoy it and like it.
I ordered chicken salad from Chick-fil-A.
No,
Or like a
you're
sandwich?
talking about a grilled chicken salad. I'm talking
from
about
Applebee's. It
No,
tastes pretty good.
I ain't talking about that kind of salad that come with lettuce and kale and
TGIF.
spinach.
It's pretty good.
I'm talking about the chicken salad that looks like tuna.
Nah, B, I don't know what y'all
Plus, I don't eat seafood, so it's not like I eat tuna fish.
Trans tuna is what chicken salad is. Next time you order a chicken, if you ever walk into a place and order a chicken salad, say, can I have one order of trans tuna, please?
All
Bet you
right.
they know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, that looks disgusting.
Exactly.
All right, well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, when we come back, let's talk orgasms.
What happened?
It's not Friday, sir. What the hell you put a suit on?
Huh?
When the hell did you put a suit on?
I just did.
You really Ghost from Power. You just had on streetwear, and then this all of a sudden you had on a suit.
I got to do good.
Am I tripping, Nick? Did he just have on streetwear?
I did. I got to do good day in New York this morning, so I clean up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Get your Sharpie, fill your beard in.
Shut up, man. So yesterday we did an interview with the Shade Room, and the Shade Room, of course, only posted a part of the interview, and this is the part that
You
they
said,
posted.
of course.
I'm in the Shade Room.
I'm sure so many women can relate. Like, you want to reward that man for that work, and the only reward that you have to offer is an orgasm. But even if I didn't feel it, I would still be performative. I was faking it.
We got into like a argument, and then she was like, well, you know, I don't be having an orgasm. No, yes, you do. I do. Like,
It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm triggered.
I'm like, every time? And she was like, yeah. And then that just crushed me because I thought I was putting in work. Like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm, you know, Big Daddy Long Leg.
Big Daddy Long Leg.
I thought I was Mandingo.
Even if you are Big Daddy Long Leg, that don't mean that you're doing it right. Okay.
All right. So let's open up the phone line.
You ain't working that middle just because you Big Daddy Long Leg. You got to know what you're doing down there.
585-1051. We're asking ladies, have you ever faked an orgasm? And if you did, why? You know, when me and my wife wrote this book, I found out years ago that she was faking orgasms. So pretty much our first 10 years of our relationship.
She absolutely goes into it in more depth on lip service while you were not in the room.
I've heard this before. I even read it in the book. I don't know why it's so funny right now.
But you got to remember, we were together since 16 and 15. So at about 17 when we started having sex, I didn't know what I was doing. I was her first.
You said you was Big Daddy Long Leg.
I thought I was Big Daddy Long Leg. I thought I was Mandingo. And I didn't know. And then they realized you had to learn.
First of all, you're too beige to be a Mandingo. Okay, you be a tan dingo.
All right, well, I thought I was a tan dingo.
Right, what are you talking about?
And for the first, couple of years, I didn't know what I was doing. And I had to learn her body and learn what made her orgasm. So we're asking, ladies, have you ever faked an orgasm? If so, why? Let's talk about it.
Don't make that sound so nonchalant, King. We're going to stay on you for a while, all right?
You ain't staying on me no more.
It took you a decade? Daddy Long Leg? Took Daddy Long Leg a decade, huh?
I'm good now. We've been together 27 years. First 9, 10 was a little rocky.
Are you sure you good? How do you know you good? How do you know the acting hasn't gotten better? Mm-hmm.
You want to try?
I haven't orgasmed in 12 years from you. Okay, so I feel her pain.
I hate you. Look, 800-585-1051. Let's talk about it. I hate you. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club. Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking, have you ever faked an orgasm? Now, this came from my new book, Real Life, Real Love. Mm-hmm. That's out right now. The wife and I did an interview with Shade Room, and they posted a clip of it, and Gia talks about her faking an orgasm. And she faked it for a long time, and we had to learn each other's bodies. I mean, we didn't know it. When I met her, she was 15, I was 16, and we had to learn each other.
You didn't have to fake it, right?
No, I didn't have to fake it.
I'm sorry, Gia. You had to go through that.
Shut up.
On a scale of 1 to your beard and hairline, how fake was her orgasm?
Yee, have you ever faked an orgasm?
No, not really. I've just lied about it, but I've never made like the noises and pretended it was happening.
Goodness gracious. She faked it.
But women don't have orgasms, well, unless you're super fortunate every time, you know?
Charlamagne, you?
I think that we should, this is, even though we're joking, the reality of the situation is the best thing that y'all did in that situation is talk about it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Even though she did have to lie for 10 years, you know what I mean? I think you should have, she should have told you the truth much, much sooner. But you do have to have those conversations. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about hurting the man's ego. Like, if that man isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, tell him so y'all can figure out how to do it properly so everybody can be satisfied.
Yes. And after we had that conversation, everything was fine after that. But, like I said, we were learning each other. Don't awe me.
It sounds sad.
Shut up.
Sad for Gia.
No,
it does sound sad. It sounds like chicken salad for some reason.
Yo, shut up. Hello, who's this? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Hey, Alicia.
Hey, Alicia, you ever faked an orgasm?
Yeah, out of 13 years of being sexually active, I maybe had 3 of them. And dudes be adamant, but be like, oh, nah, you got wet. Nah, that don't mean I had an orgasm.
I peed on you.
Do you still enjoy sex even if you don't have an orgasm, though?
I mean, no, honestly, it's like I'm getting humped on for no reason.
Letting that man sweat on you for no reason?
For no reason.
That's why you got to have these conversations. You got to tell the man what they doing wrong, man.
But it's hard to have those conversations when you're a teenager, 17, because you don't know.
You have a conversation, and this man in his head, his ego is like, what? So we've been doing this long, and you telling me, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Nah, it's not that.
Damn.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Mama.
I get what you're saying. Men do have fragile egos,
yeah,
but
you don't want to hurt his feelings.
But in order to boost them, because you got to think about it, all you're offering him is free lessons, so that means more sex until y'all get it right.
Yeah, that still hurts your ego, though. Hey, what's up? Who's this?
Desire.
Hey, good morning, Desire. Now, have you faked the orgasm before?
Yes, I have.
How many times and why?
Well, it was like in my youth because I guess I used to date older men back then, so I guess it was in my youth when I used to do a lot of faking because, I didn't really know what the real orgasm was until I got up in age to where I can recognize that, okay, this is what it is.
Okay, you need to know your body better.
Right.
That old man didn't know what he was doing?
Nah, they didn't know what they was doing.
Now, hold on. When you say old man, what do you mean, old man? How old were you?
At that time, I probably was like 20, and he probably was like maybe about to push 40. Like
How would you say?
She was 21, and he was about to push 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was to be age different.
All right.
Yeah, it's hard to tell people what to do if you don't even know.
Correct. 800-585-1051. We're asking, have you ever faked the orgasm? Yesterday, we did an interview with Shade Room, and they posted a clip of it where Gia was talking about how she faked the orgasm. It's in our new book, Real Life, Real Love, and the reason that she did fake it and how we got over that. We're very transparent, so hopefully we can help you guys and start these conversations. So,
man, there was a question I should have asked her. I just was thinking about it.
Have you ever faked the orgasm? That's the question, and why? It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're asking, have you ever faked an orgasm? Now, this comes from my new book with my wife, Real Life, Real Love. We were talking with Shade Room yesterday, and they played a clip on Shade Room, and I seen it had like over 3 million views. It was crazy. And people were asking, and people were joking like, but it happens. Me and my wife, we were together since I said very
all
early.
those guys laughing done got lied to. And all you guys in there that were laughing and making jokes, you're just not honest with yourself.
Now, Charlamagne, has it happened to you?
Not that I know of, but I mean, me and my wife have been together for 24 years, so it's not like, either one of us came out the gate, knowing exactly what we were doing, but you grow and you evolve, and the more you're with each other, the more you start to talk to each other about what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, how you like it, and those are the conversations you should have when you're in a relationship. Like, I don't understand people that sit around and just have terrible sex for no damn reason.
You're lucky you were her first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. It makes no
she had
sense
nothing to compare it to. Like,
to be having terrible
sex. The guy
sex.
made me orgasm. Now I'm stuck here.
All right.
But also, most people, the truth to the matter is, most people's first orgasms come from themselves. You know what I'm saying? When they're playing around and experimenting with masturbation.
That's not how mine came.
We don't want to know. I feel like that's a
to be
human
continued.
resource problem. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Cree. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Good morning. We're asking, have you ever faked an orgasm?
Of course.
How many times and why?
Anybody that hasn't? I don't think there's anybody that hasn't.
Right.
What's the point, though?
Women. I'm talking about women. I think it's along with age and experience. I was kind of a late bloomer when it came to sex. I didn't lose my virginity until 18. And then, I wasn't really sure of how it had to go, how it was supposed to go. So, being young, we're all learning. We're all learning on what's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to feel, and it's a process. I don't think it's, anything bad. We don't know what else to do. If you've been in the process of huffing and puffing and sweating you're like, okay, it's time to just stop.
But that's what I don't understand. What's the point of faking the orgasm? Like, it doesn't help either party.
No, it doesn't. But I think you got to get to a point where you feel comfortable.
And that's what I was saying. It's a process of, I think of, I haven't done it as a grown woman, but when I was younger, I did. And I didn't know how to express myself and communicate and let them know, this is what you have to do here. And I was still learning my own body.
Right.
But
so you the type.
In my 40s, and when I hit my prime, oh no, I won't fake anything.
So you the type to say, ouch.
We're going to get this right, sweetheart.
You the type to say, ouch, even when the man pee-pee little.
I don't know. No. I mean, when I was younger, like I said, I didn't know. It was a learning experience, but you know, as you get older, women hit their prime in their 40s. I don't know any woman in their 40s who's still faking it. I would hope not.
I would hope not.
I'm not.
Yeah, I would hope not.
You shouldn't be faking it, and you shouldn't be saying ouch when the man pee-pee little. If you saying ouch when the man pee-pee little, you a super gremlin.
What do you say?
You don't say nothing. His pee-pee's little.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this Lynn.
Lynn, do you fake orgasms?
Okay, I have fake orgasms in the past, and women do fake orgasms all the time, more than men might know. And mostly it's because men just be out here probably having sex with themselves. Like, they be doing it for what makes them feel good, and they be forgetting to get the woman off. So then women have to lay there and, you know, oh, I came. And really, we did it. Really, we did it, and it's like, okay, you know, you did good. Really, you did it. I'm about to go get my toy and finish myself off.
Wow.
Jeez.
Like, I'm going to get it. It's just not from you.
Wow. Okay.
It's not from you. And it happens, and it's unfortunate, but when you're with somebody like you love or you like really like and you care about, you're going to tell them, like, hey, babe, that's not really working for me, or this is what you have to do.
Would you do that next to him if he didn't finish it? Like, if he didn't finish, would you grab your toy and lay next to him and finish?
Heck yeah. Like, I mean, if it's somebody that you're comfortable with, you know? Like, if it's your man, sometimes when you're with your man for a long time, they're not going to do it every time for you.
Right, it doesn't always happen. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think it's fair that women fake orgasms because men fake liking women and their poom poom all the time, and that's not a conversation a woman can handle. You can't tell a woman that her poom poom's trash. Y'all would have a fit.
If people need to have conversations. They need to ask, hey, what do you like?
Right.
Not enough people ask, what do you like? That's an important question. Everybody does not like the same thing in bed. So when they fake orgasms, men fake liking women, it happens.
Because then when a man tells a woman that her poom poom trash, what does she do? What can you do for that as a woman?
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Allegedly. Until you talked about 3 or 4 men and they all say the same thing. You said what?
I want to do guys fake it. That I've heard guys say they faked it before too.
Really?
On lip service, they've talked about it.
Okay. What's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is go buy Real Life, Real Love, the book by Gia Casey and DJ Envy. Is out today everywhere you buy books, man. If you like laughing at DJ Envy like I do, this is the book for you.
It actually made me, it made me feel like I got to be nicer to Envy.
Thanks.
Listen, the subtitle of this book could have been The Roast of Rashawn Casey, all right? Okay?
It's the evolution.
It is the one-woman roast from Gia Casey to Rashawn.
They went through a lot, but I definitely wanted to give Gia a hug after this.
That's the evolution. I mean, we start young. We don't really know. I was a F-boy coming up, and I changed. Now I'm this nice prince.
Now you're F-man.
You're a king with a fake beard.
Oh, my goodness. We got rumors on the way, you idiots.
Yes, and the man who supplied drugs to Mac Miller has been sentenced to nearly 11 years in prison. We'll tell you what he had to say.
All right. And also tonight, I know since COVID, there's still a lot of bookstores that's not doing book signings. We're going to be on virtual at livesigning.com. Shout out to Premier Collectibles and Premier Books. So you can join us tonight. Just hit me on the Instagram to see where. And we're going to be talking to you guys, taking your questions virtually. So if you have questions, you read the book, you started reading the book, and you want some questions, you could ask me and Gia. That's tonight, Premier Collectibles. That's livesigning.com. All right? Rumors up next.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Pusha T has moved up his It's Almost Dry album release date. It was originally coming in May, but now April 22nd is the date. He posted it on his Instagram page, along with a clip where he's channeling his inner Joker.
I pray for my enemies. I pray for my friends. I pray for the one who will betray me again. I pray for the killers. I pray for the saints. Please pray for me now. 'Cause darling, I pray for you.
So what is that, this Friday?
This Friday, yep.
I already told y'all this is Pusha T's best body of work. Most people who've heard It's Almost Dry absolutely positively agree. So I can't wait for the ecosystem to hear Pusha T.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I'm excited about this one this weekend.
Now, is he going to sell more than Coil Ray? I mean, we have to ask those questions, you know.
First week sales don't matter.
They don't. I'm just saying.
She did a great job with her singles. And
Sure. And I salute the Coi Leray and everything that she did. I'm just saying that people are going to be looking for that.
All right. Well,
that's the sales battle we didn't know we needed.
Correct. All right. Well, Benzino did drop a new song called Zeno versus the Planet, where he addresses Coi Leray as well as 50 Cent. Here is part of it.
Episode is Zeno versus the planet. Know your daddy, love you. Internet niggas, sucker. Tore the trip and blame my mother. Zeno straight out of undercover lover. Source was round, I was rich with a butler. Loving hip hop, the trap and crap cluster. When I do a show, promoters book another. It's safe to say I'm a hustling motherfucker. No fresh new word from a blogger, see? This shit they saying don't bother me. I'm a off-coding nigga from the bloody bean. Shell toes on my feet cause I rep the 3. Like I'm with a cover, don't judge a G. To see me in person and hug a G. But the main one saying, yo, off with me, so I'ma need you to keep the same energy.
And then, he's been going back and forth with 50 regarding his relationship with trans actress Shauna Brooks. Here's what he said about 50.
50, keep it 100. I helped you when they jumped you. I should've let them ghost you just like Kanan when they slumped him. My ex got me arrested when I went and picked my son up. But all the Zista ever did was try to help her come up.
All right. Well, hopefully the two of them. Actually, no. I don't know if they'll ever resolve things, and 50 will never stop. So there you have it. All right. Amber Rose has revealed that she needs help with the Slut Walk this year in order for the event to continue. Here's what she had to say.
Hey guys, we're on our way to Coachella, and today we are wearing Slut Walk 2022 because we haven't had a Slut Walk in 3 years. The first year I was pregnant and I was very sick, so I couldn't do it. And obviously the last 2 years because of COVID. But to be honest with you guys, I personally cannot do Slut Walk by myself anymore. I just can't. Like, I need a lot of sponsors. I need a lot of money to put it on. I need Live Nation, AEG. I need somebody big to really come in and help me with this because, just by myself and me and my team, over 20,000 people show up.
She went ahead and told people to please tag AEG and Live Nation to get this done. And she wants to have it in Miami this year so everybody can go crazy. All right, and the Kardashians have appeared in court yesterday for jury selection in the family's case against Blac Chyna. Now, they're saying that Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kylie, and Kris Jenner all appeared in court, but Rob Kardashian, who's Blac Chyna's ex, was not there. They were there to present to witness their legal team, and Chyna's own representatives were there to select the trial's jury. All right, so Blac Chyna was also spotted making her way into the courthouse. Now, according to Associated Press, they're saying potential jurors actually had some issues with the Kardashians and aired their disdain to their faces. One person said, anything that has to do with their names is just a big no for me. Another said, I sincerely hope none of these people get any wealthier because of this. One woman said her teenage daughter tried to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians when it first came on, but she put a stop to it. She said, I don't think they were the best role models. I wouldn't let her watch anything involving them. One person said, I just want to say I have a very negative perception of the parties, and I'm not sure I could be unbiased. So those were some people that they were looking at as far as trying to choose who is going to be part of that jury.
Okay.
And the man who supplied drugs to Mac Miller has been sentenced to nearly 11 years in prison for his involvement in that accidental drug overdose. Ryan Michael Rivas, who's 39 years old, said he was the middleman with no knowledge that the counterfeit pills he provided to another drug dealer were laced with fentanyl. He said he did not know the pills that he provided caused Mac Miller's death until his arrest in Arizona in September 2019, according to the press. He said, this is not just a regular drug case. Somebody died, and a family is never going to get their son back. My family would be wrecked if it was me. They'd never be all right, never truly get over it. I think about that all the time. He also was sentenced to 3 years of supervised release with drug testing. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. All right, again, make sure if you're out and about today, you pick up me and my wife's new book, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. Pick it up at your Barnes & Nobles, your Abram Books, anywhere you buy books, Mahogany Books, Bookends, wherever you get your books, definitely pick it up and let's have a discussion about it, all right? Now, up next is the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in right now, and it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Hey, it's it's Angela Yee. Have you taken a look at the General insurance lately? Switch to the General, and you could save over $500 on your car insurance. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions apply.
WWPR-FM HD1 New York.
An iHeartRadio station.
Again, shout out to my beautiful, amazing, intelligent wife for joining us this morning. Our book, Real Life, Real Love, is out right now. Life lessons on joy, pain, and the magic that holds us together.
Yeah, you ain't really keep that same energy, bro. All of that flirting you be doing with me, you wasn't really doing that when she was sitting here. So I just need you to know, my G, it's cheating from now on. Anytime you flirt with me from now on, it's cheating. What you wouldn't do in your wife's face, but you do behind your back, is cheating. Okay? So you haven't learned anything. So let's write the next book.
What's the name of it?
Real Life, Real Butt.
Real Life, Real Butt.
Right? Okay? What does it say? The joy, the pain, and the KY that keeps us together.
And the jelly that holds us together.
Grow up!
You grow up. Wow. My goodness. But definitely pick up the book today if you're out and about. And if you do get the book, post a picture with the book. We would love to repost it. And also let us know what you think about the book. We're very transparent. And hopefully it can help you in your relationship. We just try to be transparent at this point, whether it's with real estate, whether it's with whatever we do, investments, and definitely our relationship to hopefully help somebody out there.
I mean, you can already see where the book is going to start mad conversations.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's all you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All you want is a good a literary body of work that you put out into the ecosystem, and it starts conversations.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And shout out to all the bookstores out there. Shout out to Mahogany Books. We appreciate you for having us last night. I know we're at Bookends tomorrow. And if you have a bookstore, I'm looking for all the bookstores, the mom and pop bookstores, the minority-owned bookstores. We love to stop by and swing by and do a book signing. I know a lot of the stores are not doing signings because of COVID still, but we would love to stop through and just say hello and shoot y'all guys a holler.
And you know what's crazy?
A lot of the minority bookstores don't get held down.
You know what's crazy? I didn't realize this till yesterday when I saw people reposting it, but yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of my first book, Black Privilege. Yes.
Really?
So what's the chances of that? It was a 5-year anniversary of my first book, Black Privilege, and then Real Life, Real Love comes out today. My first book came out April 18th, 5 years ago. Yours comes out April 19th.
That's crazy.
Today.
And I remember going to one of your book signings in South Carolina.
Yep.
I don't know why I was in South Carolina, but I think I had a party and I shot through, and I just remember hundreds of people at that bookstore. That now they're saying they don't know if that'll ever happen again because of COVID restrictions.
That's
and all that.
messed up.
Well, you can fly without a mask now. You should be able to do it in store.
And you should absolutely should.
Be able
I do not know why Barnes and Nobles is doing what everybody else is not doing.
Yeah.
If you have concerts and festivals and everything else, you should be able to have in stores at
Maybe they don't
books.
want to get sued. Maybe they don't want the problems. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I remember going to that bookstore. I remember seeing it was the line was around the outside and.
I love it.
It was dope.
Maybe you could do something at the New York Public Library.
Yeah, maybe we could do something. I know we're gonna do something at the bookstore. I mean, at the juice bar as well.
I probably could make a call for you.
Okay, make that call, OG.
As the ambassador.
There you go. Make that call. All right, and when we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do. The positive note is simply this, man. It's actually from Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen said, "You're going to go through tough times. That's life. But I say, nothing happens to you, it happens for you. See the positive in negative events."
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?